Hello. Hello. I'm just checking the last few things, but I think we are good. Should be good. Okay. I'm ready. I am ready. Am I? Yeah, should be. Should be. Hello. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another stream of Plane Shift. This is a very old picture of the day. Some event going on and people gathering. In the old days where everything was working. And yeah, today we're gonna work on a tropical tree. Because yeah, I got this idea, you know, to have a tree for the dupong fruit, which I hope is not a bad word in Japanese, but I hope it's not. And yeah, I got inspiration from one of the marketplace packages that are there, right? And there is one that has this kind of weird trees, and this one in particular was interesting. So it's basically made of two pieces, and yes, some vine going through. So I was looking at this, and I started to say, well, maybe we can make it, right? Maybe we can make it. So I spent a bit of time on Blender sculpting, and I came up with something, okay, which is maybe not identical. I mean, which is even better, probably is not identical, but it's this thing, right, which is fairly low poly. I mean, reasonably low poly. I mean, ignore the the foliage at the moment, because this is just a temporary placeholder. Right. And so I created this. And poly count wise, it seems to be very reasonable. I think he has enough variations at the top and enough, you know, kind of branches. And the bottom is a bit weird, but it's weird by purpose. So it's looking like it's two different foundations, and consider that the tree will be probably in the water. So the tree will be probably like this, right? Something like this. So we will cut off here. So you will see only that part coming out. And I added the vine because the vine, I think, is adding something interesting movement. The vine is reasonable. I mean, it's 800 faces, so seems to be okay considering the sides. Now the problem is that, so I don't know if you like it, but let me know if you like it or not. What I want to do, I want then to create, well, the texture I think will be the hardest part, but let's see. And then I want to create the foliage, right? For the foliage, I have selected one texture. And actually I took it from Quixel Megascans, right? And it's this one. And I don't know if I will keep this exactly this color, but probably yes. And I don't know if I will keep that size. Probably no. I think it's a bit too big. But then I'm going to sorry, I just got a question from some people, but so yeah, I imported this birch foliage because I wanted to see how it was looking. And I mean, this is definitely a bit too much, right, for our needs. I think it's too dense, and but I think we can take a piece of this. I don't know how much, we need to decide how much, but I think we can take kind of a piece of this and start to move it, you know, in the right location. I think we have to scale down significantly the sides, because I don't think we can have. So let me see again the example, right? Yeah, so the leaves are definitely smaller than that. So I think we need to scale down this wall thing, let's say 0.5. If I can do it medium point. Why is it going down? It's going down because the pivot is wrong. Yeah. So this is probably better. Yeah, this I think it is better. This I think is better. Consider that these leaves will be fairly far away fairly far away from the just change the music from the player, right? So it's fairly far from the player, so I think that even if they are a bit more sparse, you know. Hello Hula, if you make it, yes, I made this one with Blender sculpting, yes. I made it, yes. I think I like it. I think I like it. And yeah, I'm gonna use it. The problem will be making the texture, but we will see. We will see what we can do. So now the question is how much foliage we need, right? How much foliage we need. And how much, because for example, I already don't like the way, I already dislike the way this thing is, right? Like, it's a little rotated wrong. It's rotated wrong. It's positioned wrong. Okay, like this is a bit better, I would say. Right. Would not be very easy anyway to make, but the tree is big, so the tree is very high in the sky, and yeah, I made it and I learned a bit. I mean, I used a bit this blend, the sculpting, which is fantastic if you know how to use it. And I think it's very, 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 very nice. It's very nice. It's above my expectations. I was thinking, you know, that maybe it's not that usable. Maybe, you know, it will fail, but no, it's working very, very good. It's working very, very, very good. It's working very nicely. I don't know how many of these things I need, but let's say the positioning them one by one is it's probably going to take too much time. I don't know. Let's try. We will see. Basically, these things are all the same, right? It is exactly the same object. So we have one type of leaf, and so we just duplicate and then we rotate and position. So that is what we're gonna do. We don't have another strategy. That's our way. Just want to be sure that I'm getting the branch right connected to the trunk, so that to the branches, so that it looks kind of right. Yeah, so we need to decide how much. We need to decide how much. I think it would be nice anyway to see a bit of the branch. I don't think I want to have everything completely covered, right? I don't think I want that. But at the same time, I think we want enough of this that looks like Yeah, it starts to be very hard to understand the geometry. So for example, this chunk, I think is a good chunk, right? So I could probably select it all, you know, duplicate it and put it here, maybe just in a different position, but pretty much that chunk is what we needed to, at the end of our tree. I can probably do something like this and maybe move it slightly outside, right? I think one problem we have is that but anyway, let me work a bit on this and see where we arrive. I don't want to be negative, you know. I don't want to be negative before I actually manage to do something. I struggle sometimes to see where the okay, it's there. I think it's probably easier if I just position it manually. Like I start with one that is in close proximity to where I want that to be, and oh, right. So this one, for example, is correct. I still don't understand how many do I need? Because yes, I can go there and rotate. It's not very handy and it's not very quick. Trying to understand what I should do if that is too slow and I need another way. But anyway, I will work a bit on it and see where I land, and if it's really too slow, probably I'm gonna change technique a bit. But let's see, let's give it a try. Yeah, it's kind of hard to match. I'm trying to match just to, okay, I'm trying to match this part, right? This part with the branch so that it looks correct in quotes, but let's say correct in quotes. In theory, if I put the 3D cursor here, right, and I then rotate on 3D cursor, maybe it's easier. Yeah, probably. Slightly easier. Again, this will be fairly far away from the players, so I'm not expecting that we need to have a million of these things, right? I'm trying to position them around the 3D cursor. Kind of. I mean, the 3D cursor is helping anyway. I think it is. I think it is helping us. Do we want the leaves to be mostly above? So if we look at the example, you see that the leaves are above the branches and not below the branches. The part below is pretty much without leaves. So I'm putting those up here, right, and not down there. Do you think this is gonna take me forever, or probably, yeah? But yes, I would like to have the leaves mostly at the top. Not the easiest job, boys. Not the easiest. But anyway, we're gonna do it. Hello, who joined? Hello, Jeremiah Cooper. I thank you for the subscription on YouTube and welcome. We are working on a tropical tree because we have the objective to have every single resource harvestable in game with a kind of a visual aid for the player. That's the ultimate goal, so that they can actually see something and they right click and say, huh, this thing is harvestable, you know? So that's the goal. The problem of this goal is that it requires for many things to actually model new stuff. Like now I need a tree to hold the fruit. And yeah, I am building it manually by hand, one leaf at a time. Well, not exactly one leaf at a time, but anyway, you get the idea. I'm trying to understand. The problem is that the majority of these things are rotated wrong. As you can see, this one as the start. You see this thing is the start of the leaf, and unfortunately is rotated in a way that is not touching the branch, right? And that's pretty bad. I want it at least to be oriented toward the branch. Now, if it doesn't really touch it, I mean, it's fine, but at least it should be oriented that way. The problem is that when you start to have many, it's basically impossible to see. Unless you are unhiding, you know, which requires even more time. So I will do my best to keep it reasonable so that we can finish it by tonight. I would like to finish it today, if I can. I don't know how many needs. I don't know how many needs, but definitely this one. Don't consider these ones on the left because they are just a placeholder at the moment, right? Is where I'm copying. Is where I'm copying from, right? Oops. Is where I'm copying from. So at the moment I did this part, so I'm trying to understand if I'm on the ground, because people will be on the ground, right? And they look up, right? Trying to understand what they see. So I can go above that, like if there were additional trees, additional branchlets or small branches. Hello, Bohemia. Hi, good evening to you. I can, right? I'm trying to understand how many of these things we need to make it look decent. And I think sometimes I have to do individual origins rotation. So you see like this, so that they are slightly different. Or it may look too similar. And too repetitive, right? Consider that these things sum up. So when you place two and your eye is looking through many of them, it may be enough. So let me try 1 second to go up. Well, from the bottom. I mean, I don't know. The problem, I don't know if the problem is the leaf. Because the leaf, I'm not completely convinced on this leaf. It looks more like a leaf of... this is where I took it from. I took it from... Quixel Megascans, right? Yeah, this one. I think it's a very nice leaf, but I don't know if it makes sense on top of that tree, right? It looks more like Edera. How do you say Edera? Edera in English? Ivy, right? It looks more like ivy. And ivy is definitely not much on top of such a tree, but I don't know. Unexpected error has occurred. GG. There are not many... I mean, I could have these ones, but these ones are very, very small, so I think they would not be visible. I need a large... I need a large... kind of a large leaf. I can change the leaf anytime. Because if we position the leaf in terms of geometry, then changing the texture is fairly easy. Probably would be more something like this. I mean, if we go like tropical thingy. Hello, Super 3D Craft. Probably this leaf will be better. The problem is that here is all ruined. I mean, I can fix the ruined part, but... Wow, there are many leaves anyway. Something like this, it will not work. Definitely this will not work. I don't know, I just feel it's a bit too square, right? So this, yeah. This one is not bad, huh? This one is not bad at all. This one is not bad at all. I mean, it's smaller, but... This one... This one may be it. But let's see. It is obviously smaller. I have to do some work because they have the opacity map separate, so I need to bring the opacity map on top of this, and I need to select the problem is that there are a lot of inner parts. Not bad. Why we have this shit here? Because it is also to remove. That's why. Okay, better. Then there is still a small dot there in the middle. Yeah. For the rest, I think it should be fine. Okay. How did I call this thing? I call it Dapong leaves. Okay. I don't know why this thing is. Okay. Dapong leaves too. We can decide later if you want to have also displacement map and all the other maps. For now, we will go with the normal map. But wait, I need to reduce it because this thing is super big. This thing is 2K for a leaf. And so we go 1K. We go 1K. I think this probably will be more proper on that tree. I have the feeling that this will look better, but I don't know if it's too small. But I think it will look like the sides of the leaves. I don't know if that is too small. But let's see. We go 1K with this, and 1K with the. And 1K is already a lot, but considering it's our newest tree, I think it makes sense that is nice. This guy needs to last a lot of time. This guy will last a lot of years, I tell you. This tree will last decades. Okay, so now we can switch fairly easy because we can create another material and we can associate our new thingy. And then switch between the two and see which one looks better. I'm not really using the normal map at the moment, but fine. So if I say that this guy is using, if I say that all these leaves are now using material 01, okay, this is the result. What the hell? Why is it so shiny? What's going on? Is the specular too high? I don't know why on this one you can notice so much the difference between I think in Unreal will not be like this anyway. I think there will not be such a big gap between dark and light. I think it will not be. Yeah, I think it will be more like this or something, but I'm not sure if I like more those kind of leaves that are a bit more square, or these ones that are more round, right? I think the ones that are round are looking worst in the planes. I mean, because they clump up and you can really see the line. Now I don't know if in Unreal it will be like this, but probably if I have to choose, I will probably choose this one. I think it's looking better. Okay, the question is, do we want to go up and create like a fake top? And if yes, how big should it be? How big should the fake top be? I'm always struggling to see where the hell is the where the hell is the connection, right? Because it seems that all these one have the connection on the exactly on the opposite side of where it should be. You see, all the connection are on this side. You see this. They are all rotated wrong. All of them. Yeah. Pretty much. There is a bunch that I got from another, at least the geometry that I got from another tree. To me, it looks like it's a bit too busy, you know? Like there are too many intersecting planes. That is my feeling. We have a bit too many, but I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. So for example, if I take this guy, the problem, you know what is it? Is that if I put it there now, it would be very hard then to separate again. But if I take this guy and I move it here, right, at the top, and then we cannot duplicate it. Maybe I can even make it his own object. I mean, I think I can. Okay, let's try. Let's try to... Because we can fake it, right? We can fake that there is a top, but in reality the top does not exist. In reality the top does not exist, but I created fake like that, right? I just rotate it a bit randomly and I create a fictional top. How many? I have no idea. but I think it should be quite a bit. I mean, if you want to have a full top, I think I should go for something like this. Now, probably not all in the same location, right? And probably in the middle, we need to duplicate again. Come on. Duplicate again and move it up, something like this, right? So it looks like there are additional branches, but in reality there are not. So do I want to do that? Yes, I think I want to do that, right? So I think the end result like this is better because it looks like there is a top, right? Maybe extend, obviously I need to extend it here as well, but yeah, I think the top idea is a good idea. If we can avoid having it so repeated would be probably better, because at the moment there are all these blocks are super repeated, and it's looking kind of bad. But I think I can rotate everything like this a few times in different directions, so it looks slightly, they look slightly different, right? Now yeah, I started to do all nice, and now I'm just copy pasting blocks. I know, but yeah. I started to do it all nice, you know, by orienting everything, and now I just said, fuck it, I'm not gonna do this. But yeah. Now, because otherwise it's taking too much time, that's the problem. I mean, yeah, it's not too bad. There's still too much repetition between these things, so I think I will have to force some random movement. So I think I will have to take some of those and move them into the block, and maybe not many, but 3 or 4, and just move them like in the middle. And so that, because even by rotating, it didn't really help much. I mean, it helped a bit, but not much. So you see all this that looks exactly the same, and that's kind of bad. Hello, Nambani. I'm not working on this game alone, meaning that there are multiple people that helped me in the past. At the moment, like this very moment, yes, I'm a bit alone. But I'm hopeful, you know, that people will return. Or new people will join, right? Or new people will join. Lately, let's say in the last few months, I had help from from Uajet, yes, in the in-game events. But in terms of development of the game, I had help from Tua, which has been extremely helpful on the rules and on some other stuff. But apart from Tua, not much going on the other developers, right? And that's a problem, because as you may imagine, this game is insanely big in scope, right? So it's by design big. And yeah. And that's a problem. I mean, we decided to make an MMO, right? So making an MMO is like a fairly crazy idea. I mean, making an MMO in the spare time is a crazy idea. Not making an MMO per se, but making it in the spare time is pretty much a stupid idea. But yeah, I mean, in many years we managed to do stuff, and I'm pretty happy with what we created. So we have a game, actually. Despite everything, we have a game, right? And yeah, is it beautiful? No, but it is kind of working. Yeah, it is. Did we learn a lot? Yes. I mean, by making the game, we had a lot of fun, and we learned a lot of things, that's for sure. That's 100% sure. I learned things that then I reused, you know, also in other fields, right? So yeah, I think it's been a very positive hobby for me. But if you say, did you finish it? Does it really fully work? Well, I mean, you can fight, you can cast spell, you can do quest, you can, so there is quite a lot you can do. But the problem is the polishing, right? The polishing, the flow. A game should have a flow, and our game does not have a flow. Does not have a flow, because making a flow is extremely hard if you don't fix things, right? You make a flow when the pieces are in place, right? And our pieces are always changing, because we are like adding new stuff and having new ideas, and it's never kind of a fixed scope, right? And then it's hurting a bit. But it's also the beauty, right? It's not boring, right? It's not boring to make it. I'm making always different things. One day I'm making a tropical tree, the other day I'm working on artificial intelligence, the other day I'm working on music and musical instruments, another day, and so on, right? So it's very, I mean, it's very fun, it's very challenging and fun on that point of view. But I don't know if my players are really, you know, happy about it, because it's kind of a never finished product. It's kind of a never finished product, that's the issue. But you know, we do what we can. We do what we can. Does chat delete 90% of my messages? It should not. Hello, Pizzik. How are you? Long time I don't see you. No, I don't think so. The chat should record everything. I mean, there is a moderation on. I think there is a moderation setting, and yeah, I think that if you write like "son of a bitch," it's probably going to be deleted. Or if you post links, so it's very possible. But I think other messages should go through. Actually, I start to like it, boys. Actually, I start to like it. I like how there are individual leaves here and there. I think the individual leaves here and there are adding so much to the overall character of this tree. And you know what? I think I'm going to add more individual ones here and there, just because because this tree is mostly trunk and branches, right? It's not a tree that has a lot of leaves compared to a normal tree. So I think that this is his character, right? It is his characteristic, and I think we should capitalize on that. We should push. Well, no, that one looks like shit. I think it's good if he's in the. No, this one doesn't really look good. That sucks. Testing. Yeah, you see that? Yeah, you can write and it doesn't block you, but maybe other stuff. Hello. There is a moderation also on Twitch. I mean, there's moderation everywhere. But it's automatic moderation, so I have no idea if it's good or bad. Let me think about it, because I don't know if something here is even visible. But yes, exactly. That's the character of this tree, right? Exactly. It needs to look up, though. I think these leaves also are wrong. I think all the leaves needs to look up. Apart from the one that are... Well, maybe all of them. Maybe all of them needs to be... Oh! Pizek, what are you doing? What are you doing? Thank you a lot. Thank you a lot for the donation, for the generous donation. Thank you. It will be used for commissions. It will be used for commission. We are commissioning some pieces. If you want, I can show you a piece that we commissioned recently. Since you donated something, I can show you. Let me think about it. I can show you this. I can show you. Thank you a lot. Thank you a lot. I'm very appreciated. I can show you. Wait, because I have 1.5 million directories to have everything organized. Common house that I have 4, yeah. Common house that I have 4. This is a house of the Node 3, which will be underwater, right? It's an underwater house, and the texture will be very colorful and similar to the other one that I already posted. That is this one. Don't go for affiliate. Yeah, I mean, I don't go for affiliate because if I go affiliate, I cannot stream on YouTube. That's the problem. That's the issue. That's why I'm not doing it. So this is the one that you already seen probably in the screenshots that I posted somewhere. And actually this one is in game. So these are actually windows. You cannot open them yet, but you will be able to open them in the future. And you will be able to enter the house from there. So the texture, I think the texture of this one will be similar. There is space inside, and so you will be able to go inside the house. And obviously remember that we are underwater, so we will be floating around a bit. So there will be furniture floating. I don't know. I will decide what to have, but yeah, there is a piece that I think the model is very nice. We have 2 more buildings for Node 3 that are already made, and they are waiting. The texture that I'm commissioning to people. And so yes, your money will become a house, right? So basically, if you are an Node 3, you just bought your a piece. I mean, not the whole house, but a piece of your future house. You see, everything is coming together. Everything is designed to be the way it should be. Thank you again. What I'm thinking is, yes, all the leaves should point up, right? I think it is the characteristic of this guy. They may point slightly to the sides, and is okay. But I don't think they should point down in any case. So probably these ones I'm going to delete. Or maybe they can point down only at the end, you know, at the. What are all these lines, by the way? I don't understand. The lines are the. Okay. Now I think we can merge. We think we can merge everything now. I will move each individually. I think we can join. I think we can join all these pieces. I don't know if I exaggerated with the number of leaves, and now we have a very high poly count, but those are squares, right? So it should be in theory fairly easy, fairly low. There are still 2 or 3 pieces. Okay. I think now I joined everything. I think now I joined everything. I think I will make a high poly and low poly. I need to separate this. What do you think about it? I mean, apart from the trunk, obviously, which is white. But in terms of leaves, is that enough? I think it's enough. We want to have a bit more like here. I mean, we can. I can put a few more. Hello, Fergus. Hi. Is there still a GM map? I'd be interested in seeing it. What do you mean a GM map? I was a GM in the old days. Yeah, I remember you were a GM in the old days, but GM map. I mean, you mean a list of GMs or a GM map? What is a GM map? We have more things in this game that we can remember, so maybe there is. Do you think if I do something like this is too much? Like it seems fake because there is a bit of... Yeah, I don't know if I like these things though. I don't know if I like the leaves here. I mean, we should see it with the branches, with the branch texture, because at the moment we are without branch texture, and I think it looks a bit weird. But it's kind of tough to. It's kind of tough to do this thing, but fine. Do we want to have just one guy, like really one, down here? Or it will look silly? This one we need to position properly though, huh? I mean, the one needs to be... I mean, if it's only one, it needs to be correct. The problem is that you see the tip of the branch is shorter than the leaf, so anyway. I think we can. I think Yeah, we need probably more than one though. I think if we want to put something like this here, we may need to have a small... I think I need to... yeah, I think I need to sculpt... need to sculpt an exit here. I mean a small branch. Because otherwise it would look a bit strange. I mean I can subdivide, 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 subdivide. Right? And I can build a small... yeah. And I can build a small branch. I mean, it's not a branch, it's more a node, right? A node like that, and here we can have... but I think there should be a few. I don't think it can be only one. I think only one will look bad. I think it needs to be... yeah, at least probably 3 of them. Or 2 or 3. I like the tree, reminds me of the desert road plant tree. I will leave the trunk bare. The trunk bare, huh? But I did it, so I think I'm not going to undo. Yeah. I think it's not bad. I think I like it. I think I like this guy. I think I like this guy. He has enough personality. He has enough personality, actually. Okay, so now we need... now the tough part, because this was the easy part. Well, no, it's not the easy, but the tough part is how the hell do we texture... how the hell do we texture this? So, to texture this guy, we have different possibilities. I mean, one, which is the most stupid, is to just take a seamless stylable texture of a trunk and of a bark or something and just apply it everywhere, right? But that I think will look fairly bad. The other idea would be, but it will require multiple textures, right? Will be to a bit like this guy is. You see how this guy is? This guy has an area here that is one or more textures, and then he has everything else, right? Which is pretty much another texture, right? And he has a transition between the two, which is, I guess, the hardest part, the hard part. But yeah, I think the question is, do we want to have this part as one texture, and then have this part, you know, as another one? I think it will look better. I think it will look better if I do this. Pizzik, what do you mean by a GM map? You didn't answer. Maybe you're gone already, but... what is a GM map? I mean, if we do it in two pieces, will be a bit easy. Will look better, but the problem will be the transition, right? The transition between here and here, that will have to be done very, very, very well. Yeah, GM is game master, but I don't understand what is a game master map. And also the other problem is, let me see now that we have all the leaves, if we change it to the other type of leaf and see what happens, okay? So if I take this and I assign everything to this, it's not bad. It's not bad. I don't know which one I like the most, but also like this is not bad, eh? With the round thingies. But at the end, I think I like it more like this. I don't know, it looks more wild, you know? All these spike leaves, I think it looks more wild, and at the end, I think I like it more. I think I like it more. Now, the vine should be very easy to do, because the vine is a very small texture that is reapplied, you know, across the length of our now the only problem of the vine is that the way I see the vine is more of I don't see the vine. Maybe vine is not the right word. Yeah, I see it more like this, right? But not like that. I mean, more like probably just like wood. I see it more like this. More like wood. So probably for the vine, I need just to take. I just need to take a wood. But I need a natural wood, not a fake wood like this, like wood. Maybe it's called branch. Yeah, exactly. I think something like this. The problem is that it needs to be tileable though. Juniper branch bark. Everything is juniper branch bark. Okay. I think we lost him already. I think we lost Pizzik already. No, bad gateway. What do you mean? Okay. Just lasted a second. And then it worked. Yes. Yes, I think like this is okay. I just think I probably wanted a bit more yellow. Like I don't know if I want it red. Do I want it red? Red? I think if I touch it, I destroy it. Nah, if I touch it, I destroy it. If I touch the colors this way, becomes very, very, very... Can I... Let me see levels. Levels, channel value. If I go red, if I remove completely the red channel, what happens? Not the opposite. It becomes green. How do I make all the red yellow? And no, because it's anyway a combination, you know, so being a combination, I cannot really take one channel and how do I remove only the yellow? I mean only the red. Or we can also have it like this, but like this is, to me, is too red. It's too red. GIMP, how to remove red only. Red color only. How to clear a certain color.
Now, so for example, if I will remove alpha channel, then you're good. You don't have to go to the everyone. None. And now that color.
Thank you. Now, basically, I think it's on the color curves. I think it's on the color curves, but I don't understand. I don't understand color curves too much. Opening up my curve dialog, show me the following. Yes. When we can see I start off with a curve with the value of the pixel. I can also use the drop down for the channel to change to red, green or blue curve I wanted to. Now let's look at the values. In the main area of the dialog I'm presented with a linear curve. Behind we share with the histogram data for the entire image. I'm pretty sure it's here, but it's just that I don't know how to do it. Okay, I see the histogram data. Notice the spike in the I value on the right and a small gap at the brightest value. What we can do right now is to adjust the value for each pixel. For each pixel in the image using this curve. The best way to visualize is to remember that the bottom range from the black to white represent the current value of the pixel. And the left range is the value to be mapped to. And the left range is the value to be mapped to. Okay. So to show an example how this code will affect your image, suppose you wanted to remap all the values in the image that were in the midtones and make them all lighter. Yeah, exactly. I can do this by clicking the curve near the midtones and dragging the curve higher in the y direction. Okay. So if I want to remove the high red, I go red. What do? I go red and then I take only the top and I move it down. Hey, but it becomes I mean, it's kind of helping. But why now? I don't understand. I don't understand why if I do this, it starts to be okay, but as soon as I move also the other guy... So doing this from here to here is making it a bit less red or no? No, huh? I don't think I understand this. Or probably is not doing what I want to do. I mean, like if I'm doing this, it's actually lowering the red. There is less red. That's true. But it becomes another color, and that color is too much. It becomes too green. And then I'm fucked. And then I'm fucked. I could colorize it, but colorize, let me try to colorize it, okay? If I colorize it, colorize is a very strong, is a very strong thing that is basically taking the wall, but you see we are losing, if I do this, right? Yes, it becomes more yellow overall, but is really destroying all the colors. Is a one pass, is a one pass over. So I mean, unless I go really fine tuning like this, but and then I kind of colorize only that piece, but I think it will look bad. Yeah, obviously it's gonna destroy the... Nah, it's not possible. There is a way for sure, but I don't know how to do it. There is a way for sure to say, I want to tone down, right? I want to tone down one color. So if I want, the point is, if I want the lighter red to be less red, right? So I should take the high here and lower the high. But you see that it's not really doing it. I mean, it's doing it a bit, but it becomes green. You may say, well, if you remove red, I would like this to become... I cannot remove this freaking red. I cannot remove this freaking red. I don't know. It was not bad though. Eh? What I did, it was not bad. It was looking more green than red. Extract component. I remember there is a way. There was a way, you know, to split the components. Oh, let me try to do something. If I go red channel, so there is the red channel, right? There is the red channel. This is the red channel. So if I take this red channel and I make it darker, right? Does it go away a bit? I mean, does it, if I make this, if I make this, it's not doing it. Cannot paint. Ah, because it was not selected. Okay, the dark one is the one selected. The dark one is the one selected. Okay, now it is. So if I go down in red, what happens when I see my full picture? Oh, I did a damage. I did a bit of damage here. GG. So if I go down in red color a lot, yeah, it becomes, when I look back at my thing, it became this color. So unfortunately, it's about the same of changing it from here actually. Don't touch it. That is exactly what I wanted to do. I don't know how I did it, but that is exactly what I wanted to do. It is exactly what I wanted to do, boys! Okay, let's find the... The 3 million directories, huh? The 3 million directories. Oh my god. Okay, we are here, I think, right? Are we? Yeah, we are here. So... this one I will call Dupont Vine. Dupont Vine PNG. I think it's still too big though. Because this is what? This is 2K. Wow, it's 2K. This shit is 2K. We don't need this to be 2K. This is 2K, boys. Is it too much? Vine. Okay, so we do the vine like this, and then we need also what? We need the normal at least, eh? I really hope is tileable. If it's not tileable, GG. I mean, we can make it tileable, but it requires a bit of work. I would prefer to avoid. I would prefer to avoid. Okay, so now going back to our guy, right? If we take the vine. Now I think the vine unfortunately is not UV mapped. I think it's not UV mapped at all. I don't think I can finish this tonight. I don't know. Maybe yes. I don't know. I think this thing is not UV mapped at all. But there is a way. There is a way to map along the line, right? There is a way to map. Actually, no. What is this? I don't understand what it. I don't understand what I'm looking at. Huh. Okay. Ah. I did it like that. No, that is not gonna work. I mean, I could. Okay, I understand, but I don't think that is going to work. I mean, I can try, but I think we look very bad. I will have to scale it up. How many? 6 or 7 times, or 8 times, or 9 times, or 1,000,000 times. Because basically we need. What? No, it's wrong. What? Wait, I don't understand. Don't understand what I'm looking at. So this piece, right? Yes, this piece is vertically mapped. But why? Why it looks like that? Why it looks like... Why it looks like 1,000,000 lines? You see how it looks? It looks like if the vertical and horizontal are messed up. No, but it's stretched like a boss. Yeah, is completely okay. No, okay. No, the current mapping is useless. The current mapping is useless. So the only way that we have is if we can do. There is a follow active quads, but this thing is not quads. I think I cannot make it quads. Fuck it. Because you know why I cannot make it quad? Because I reduced it with decimate. I reduced it with decimate. So if I do 3s to quad, right? Yeah, you see, cannot do it. Cannot do it. And if I do map follow active quad, no active face. Can try like this, but I think it will never work. No, in fact, it's not. It's not doing it. Ay, 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 ay. He's not doing it. Okay, let me check first of all if this thing is tileable or not. It is. I mean, obviously we show the tile, but kind of it is. Which is good. There is this part that is a bit too much, right? It's a bit too evident. I mean, I can patch it somehow, but this part, right? This part is a bit too evident, actually. And I don't think we want it this way. So what I could do... I could... I could try to patch it a bit. So that is less, right? It is less different. Yes, I like it more already. The problem will be the normal map, because the normal map there will be... But I think we can keep the normal map with a bump, as long as the color is not, right? As long as the color is not annoying, I think we are good with the... Yeah, you see that now is better. I mean, obviously if you scale it a lot, but the only problem we have is the UV map. Is the UV map. What I can do, I can cut off this line, right? I can go up this line and make it a seam, and right? And then just UV map it vertically and see what happens. I think this is what I'm gonna do. I knew it. I knew it. I mean, we can... Come on, be nice with me. I have already a lot of things to do. I have already a lot of things to do, my friend. See you, Fergus. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Okay, if we map it like this, in theory, it should... if I just unwrap, what happens? Yes. Yeah, the only problem is that it's not straight. Is it a problem that it's not straight? I don't think so. Is it a problem that is not straight? I mean, we can make it straight. Well, kind of, but it will not be very easy. I mean, we can try. But we are going to break it a bit, huh? Because here the problem is the rotation, it's not the... It's not so much the position. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect, but as all the things that we do, right? Okay, but at least it's slightly more straight. Well, it's a bit fucked up here, but now I think I can, remove this and just, no, cannot. Can just move it like that. I mean, it's better. Is better. Now if I scale it up, because at the moment this texture is super bad because it's scaled. But if I scale it up, I don't know how many, but like 10 times or so. At least 10 times. No, but if I scale it up 10 times... No, wait. I need to scale it up vertically only 10 times, right? Well, it's taking shape. It's taking shape. It's taking shape a bit. I mean, obviously there will be a stretch. I mean, it's impossible that it's perfect. It's impossible. So at the moment, what do we have? We are spanning how many? We are spanning only one, right? We are spanning one and a piece. Well, basically one. We are spanning kind of one. So I think we can probably span slightly more than one, but I don't think we should span two. So I think from here, if I scale on the X 1.5, I think we reach a reasonable detail. Don't care about the specular, okay? The specular, this one we will put it to 0, so will be roughness Z, will be specular very, very, very low. I mean, I can do it now, but yeah, it will be like this, right? Will not be shiny, right? Will not be shiny. So don't care about the shininess for now. But I think, yes, I think this is what I wanted to do. Yeah. Yeah. I think it looks okay. I think if we could have a bit of mask, not Elon, but just mask on it, would be fantastic. The problem of mask is that I cannot really do it, considering we scaled this like 10 times. If I put a bit of mask, it will go everywhere, right? I think probably what I'm saying is that this thing should be a bit more green. Is this what I'm saying? But we are back to the curves and I don't know what I'm doing in these curves. But I mean, yes and no. But probably yes. Meaning, I don't think I want this vine to look completely dead. I think I want this vine to look. Yeah, it's interesting that if you go up only on the dark ones, you say. Yeah, this curve anyway is doing pretty much what we want. Because you can decide if you want the green to be in the highlights or if you want the green to be in the dark areas, right? So in here, like I'm pushing the green a bit in the dark areas, you see? The problem is that it's saturating it and so it looks a bit fake. Well, if I want the green to be in the highlights, I can go up a bit like this. Even if it's not doing anything, why? Yeah, because probably there is no green in this area. The green is only in this area. Yeah, exactly. But it's burning it, right? It's burning it, and it's not what we want. So, interesting though. It is an interesting thing. Huh? It is an interesting thing. Yeah, I mean, it's burning it in this, you see, because obviously it's applying one color, right? It's not really, I mean, it's taking a very small surface and is making it more green. But I think I want a bit though. I don't know how much, but I think I want a bit. I think will not be very visible, but I think will not be very, very visible, but let me try to see if we broke it. You should change color slightly, okay? Yeah, it does. It's pretty much the same though. No one will notice it actually. I think it's very, 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 very similar to what it was before. But fine. Okay, this is our vine. We spent enough time on this vine. I think it is the vine. I don't know if the size is okay or it's too big. That's a very good question. I didn't think about it. But if we have to change that, I have to do it before applying everything. Because I think this vine is actually fairly big. I mean, if this tree is few meters high, this thing can be big, but it's okay, I think. Okay. Now let's think to the texture of the main tree. Which is the real hard part. It is the real hard part because I have no idea how to do it, boys. Okay, let's search if there is somewhere in our Quixel a wood that is a bit liquid. A wood that is a natural wood but should be a bit liquid. Liquid meaning not bark. I mean, yes, bark, but not bark, not like this, right? Should be. What? We only have this? We only have this types? It's very little. Yeah, so kind of like this, but I think it would be very hard to find one that is actually the way I'm thinking about it. Wow. Holy. Um, Kapok. Kapok. Populus. Best game ever. Yeah, they have all these ones that are super heavy in terms of details, right? But I want more of a liquid, more of a homogeneous one, right? So I don't want such a mess. I want what is this? Ah, it's bamboo. I want something that is nearly shiny. What about this one? I think this one, if it's stylable. I mean, it's a. I mean, maybe not, but I think it has still too much detail to be tiled. Much. I mean, it's not bad. Again, it's too red. I don't know why everything we find is red, but I don't know if I can really tile this guy. Seems to be. I mean, we can try, yeah, but we can try. But I don't. It's too characterized, right? To be good on a very big surface. I don't believe. But let's try anyway. But I don't believe it's going to do any good. But I may be surprised. Maybe I'm going to be surprised, boys. Maybe. Okay, UV. Okay, the problem is that this thing is not UV'd at all, right? At all. So, and I want this thing to be tiled. So I will have to create a line of separation somewhere, which will look super bad. And I would say if I really have to, probably this side And I would say this side will be the way, but that's a really tough call. That is a really tough call. If we have to split it this way. Also because this part will be super visible. This part will be super visible. I mean, below it, we don't well, we don't care about it at all. So below can really be anything. Below can really be anything. And the problem is this side, boys. The problem is this side. Yeah, the point is, if you want to do textures properly, you have to do it not like this, I know, but I don't know if we can afford the texture that is, full. That is the full tree, so it will have to be 4K or more. And oh my god, what happened? We went upside down. It will have to be like 4K or more, and I don't know. I think one day I may create a plane shift high res, right? Like a plane shift no limits. Plane shift no limits, because at the moment we are really limiting ourselves a bit with everything. Okay, so if I do this, and then I just say unwrap, but obviously, he may say that it's not possible. He may say that okay, I did it this way. Okay. We scale it up how much? We scale it up 10 times or 20 times? If I scale it up 10 times, if I scale it up 10 times, this is the result. Again, the shininess. Well, is less bad than I was thinking. Consider we don't have a normal map that I can add. Obviously here where I cut, you see, here are my cuts, right? So where I cut the tree, you can see the line, which is fairly bad. Even if here is not that bad, it looks okay in this area. The problem is that is too much the same, right? Is too much the same. which is what I was saying about having the upper part and the lower part being textured differently. And having some additional variations. But you know, I mean, it's less bad than what I was thinking, actually. Done with this texture. But the lower part makes really no sense. The lower part makes no sense. Hey, I knew already that this was the hardest part. Huh? I knew it already. I knew it already. What is that? What is that? This is because I didn't cut, you know, the texture properly. So, I mean, with the normal map, we'll improve a bit, but still, I think it's still not very good. I mean, if we want, I can add the normal map, but this is not the way, unfortunately. I think it's not the way. We have the full texture at the moment. Oh wow. This is a 2K, the 2K texture. Well, a 2K texture I think we can probably keep for but the problem is that I really want to have another effect, right? So this effect, I mean, the texture is not bad, but is problem is the tile, no tile, right? The tile, no tile. I think if I tile it, I mean, it will be better now, but yeah, it will be better. It will be better because it looks more real because he has now normal maps on it. But wherever we have seams like this, it will look pretty bad. And yeah, like this. Because the normal map will be cut off and yeah, the other way is really to apply, I mean, to create a really a full map, right? To create a full map. Where then we can paint the bottom properly. But for that, I think we need an artist. I mean, we need someone that does this for real. I can commission the tree texture. Because I don't think I have the knowledge myself, you know, to do it. I mean, if I look at the example, if I look at this guy, and we try to understand how they did it, I think this is a full map. I think this is really a full map. Because you see now that the picture is not very good, but you see the transition between here, yeah, right? You see this transition, and I think that this transition is a full map. Or maybe it is made in 3 pieces, right? From here up, this transition piece, and then this is the same, but I don't think so. The way I see it, it seems to be a very high resolution map that is made for that purpose. The problem is how to make this transition, right? How to make that transition. I think if you paint it, you know, with ZBrush or with Substance Painter, then you can do it. Okay, I will think about it. I think that it's done in a shader. I think it's a full map. You think is UV? I mean, is vertex painting? Could be also vertex painting. So that the mask is vertex painted. That's possible. I mean, we could do it as well, but I'm thinking what is the easiest way. Because I think if I apply, you know, if I apply a map like this, I mean, it doesn't look terrible, but obviously I need something here, right? I mean, because this is the part that will go into the sea, into the lake, and I need this part to look different. There's no way, right? And yes, I can assign a different material to this piece, but then how do I do the transition properly, right? So I need to paint it. This thing needs to be painted, right? It needs to be painted. It's the only way. The answer is Substance Painter and texture painting. Actually, we can paint in Blender. I mean, you can paint texture in Blender. There is texture paint. It exists. I used it only one time, but I remember it was not too bad. It was not too bad. But I don't know if I want to do it myself. I think it will take me too much time to make it good. And probably someone that knows how to do it, you know, he will just do it in a relatively short time. So I think the tree itself is nice. So the model is good now. The vine is nice. The foliage is nice. I think everything is the way it should be. I really like it. I really like it. We just need the central texture. It's done in the shader. Is just a lerp of the Z component on the world position. What do you mean? I mean, you mean with a tileable texture or with... no, you mean in the material. Okay, sorry. I was thinking Blender only. No, you mean in Unreal with the... with another layer, right? With another, so mixing the layers based on the position. Yeah, I understand what you mean. Yeah, that's also a way. That's also a way. I was thinking textures and Blender only at the moment, but or texture and Substance Painter only, right? But yes, in theory, the material could blend mask based on the Z, right? Yes, based on the based on that distance, yeah. How does it look with the fruits? I don't know. We can see. I think, but I think that the trunk is not exactly the way I wanted to have it, but to have the fruits, I can import them. But I don't know if we have the... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What happened? Why? Why it looks like a balloon? Metallic 1. Okay, Metallic 1. Metallic 1 is insane. There is the fruit. Now, the problem is, where the hell now do we put this fruit, though? It's a good question, huh? I mean, do we want the fruit to be attached to the vine? Somehow? Oops. Or do we want the fruit to be well, I mean, to be attached to the vine will look a bit stupid, right? Because it's impossible. It needs a lot of water, right? It needs a lot of water. And the vine is just for, you know, the vine is just for beauty. I mean, it looks interesting attached to the vine, but I don't think it's his place, no? I mean, I could have a bunch of them, you know, attached to the vine, but I think it looks a bit weird. No? What do you think? It looks a bit weird to have these fruits attached to the... I think it's nice if they are at the top, but the problem is that if they are at the top, how the hell you're gonna take them? You're probably going just to shake and wait that the fruits go down. Maybe. Or we want to have a bit of a weird vine, smaller vine. Yeah, maybe. Do you want to have a bit of a smaller vines that are like coming down from the tree vertically like this? You know, just a small cylinder only. Holy cylinder. Do you want to have like like a thing. No, I think it looks a bit stupid. But no, I think like this is probably not his way. It's probably not his way. I mean, it's interesting as an idea, but I think it looks weird. I mean, the wall 3 looks weird, but I think it's probably a bit too much. Huh? I mean, having like, they look like guitars. I don't know why, but they look a bit like guitars. Like this, it looks a bit weird. I mean, it can be. I mean, it can be shorter. I mean, it can be just attached to the thingy. But it looks weird as well. It looks a bit wrong, you know. It looks like not. I mean, it doesn't look like normal. It looks strange. If we put it just on the, yeah, if we put it between the leaves, which is probably the best place, right? If we put it between the leaves, right? And we have a number of these guys between the leaves. That is probably where it should be, by the way. I think like this would make more sense. I think like this, it will make more sense, boys. Something like that. I like it. I think I like it. I like it. It's a bit weird, but I like it. I think I like it. Again, the texture of the tree is kind of bad at the moment, but I think I like the fruits, the yellow. I mean, I think that the yellow with the green and with the bark and the vine, I think are making a good contrast, and are making a good contrast, I think. So there can be smaller ones, bigger ones, right? And we can spread them over a bit, you know, we can spread them over. Maybe it's better if we put it in places that are actually visible, because otherwise it's kind of a waste, but right? Yeah, something like that. I think I like it. Do you like it? I think it looks nice. The combination of the fruit with the vegetation is nice, and the vine is adding to it. We just need to sort out how to do the bark. Ricer, do you have any texturing skills? Do you want to try? Who wants to try? I don't think I have the skill to do the to do the bark. I don't think I do. I don't think I have the knowledge. I mean, I don't think I have the skill to, or anyway, I don't know how to do it. Or I paint a texture, you know, with a pattern, but this will become a full texture, so we need like a 4K and still will look bad. Or I don't know. Anyway, that is a first try. Okay, guys, I think I need to go. I will think about it. I think it's very interesting. I really like the way it turned out, but I think I need a solution for the. I need a solution for the trunk. So, Reiser, you would suggest to apply a shader on the material that is like adding a bit of noise here and there, and probably adding a mask texture based on the Z, but I don't know, they will be tileable as well, so we'll follow the same UV, right? Yes, absolutely, we'll follow the same UV. I don't know. Okay, guys, I think I'm going. I think it was nice. I liked it. I enjoyed this. Unfortunately, we didn't finish it, but I think we came a long way compared to, you know, 0. We had 0 and now we have something. Yeah. So tomorrow I'm actually in holidays, which is fantastic. I decided to take a day off. I think what I want to do, I want to finish this list. I want to finish this list, and then I want to try to make a release, a client release. I don't know if I will be able to, but this is my idea. Mangrove. We still have a few. There is the problem of the mushrooms to solve. Yeah. I think some of these are very easy. All the flowers are easy. I think the berry may be a problem. But overall, I think the dupong is the hardest one because it's a very big fruit, you know, and so being a very big fruit, the only way we have to solve it is to do something like this. And then basically when you harvest, you will have to shake the tree and hope that they fall down, and then catch them while they are falling down, right? So while they fall down, you just catch them. That's what you do. You need strong arms. You need very strong arms, boys. Okay. I'm going away. So if you want to click on follow on Twitch, subscribe on YouTube, and connect to our Discord channel and play the game, all of that is available to you. Go and do it. The game is free, you can play it. Go to our website, the link is below. and you can play for free. I know there are a lot of free games these days, but think that when we started this game there were no free games, right? So think about that. And thank you again to Pizek for the donation of $30. Thank you a lot. Then we go to commission. Maybe we can commission this tree, this part of the tree, we can commission it. And yeah. Bye bye. Bye bye.